the 2024 Ford F-150 Raptor and Raptor R. We have some pretty big changes. First of all, the Raptor R has bested the Ram TRX because the Ford engineers have shoved in an extra 20 horsepower into the 5.2 liter supercharged V8. So we now have 720 horsepower and the torque remains the same at 640 pounds-feet of torque. Ford claims that they got the extra 20 horsepower by reducing the air inlet losses, and they optimized the calibration, and all of this also resulted in a wider torque curve. So there you have it. That's the big change with the Raptor R, and this is why other content creators are saying massive horsepower bump. Like, all right, bro. But regardless, 20 extra horsepower. It's now besting the TRX, and on paper specs is what matters most to most people. Moving on, the regular Raptor has a new Fox dual live valve shock that provides a more confident, controlled riding experience, and this is building upon the 2019 Ford F-150 Fox live single valve shock technology. So we now have the dual live valve shocks. It's the natural evolution of the Fox shock technology to provide more capability to the Raptor. And these new trucks, it should be going on sale early of 2024. Pricing has been released. The V6 powered Raptors start at about $80,000 and the Raptor R is at $111,000. There's already plenty of videos out there talking about how most of these pickup trucks have outpriced the middle class. Well, here's two more just to rub it in, I suppose. There's about 27 million millionaires in the United States, and about 1,700 millionaires are created every single day. So as the days go by, there are more and more people that somehow just make money out of thin air. So that's cool. And I guess most of these car companies, they just need that top 30 million people as a buying pool, along with modern day tax codes for people to just keep buying up these new cars, trucks, and SUVs. And that's enough people to rinse and repeat the cycles. So I guess most of these car companies, they're not really concerned if the other 300 million people in the United States participate in this car market or not. And I think there's about 15 million cars that sell every year. 15 million new vehicles are sold in the United States every year. But you get the idea, there's more than enough people to buy this stuff. I do, however, show people on this channel how they can save money on new cars, how they can lease vehicles for not that much money on a monthly basis. However, most people don't really care about that. And I can see why a lot of content creators don't really bother trying to help their audience. In fact, a lot of their content just hurts their audience, yet the audience still loves them regardless. I feel like I've finally cracked the code with this matrix and the people that are in it. If I just made videos that threw my audience under the bus, threw them in some random crypto scam where they lost all of their money, honestly, the people would come back to this channel and love me even more. It's the weirdest and the craziest thing, and even after knowing this knowledge, I still wouldn't change my content. Even if the people don't like me, I still love the people, and I find this to be an honor and a privilege to create this content, to help potential consumers, and my spirit will simply convict me if I do anything other than helping people. So I will continue to point people in the direction where they can save money. And if a person does have a dream of putting a new and a cool vehicle on their driveway, I will attempt to show them in this ridiculous car market how some cars can be had for an obtainable price. Some of these trucks, like these Raptors and these TRXs, there's just no choice. There's no affordable way of putting these things on the driveway. The price is what it is. They suck at leasing. So all you can do on your end is research the best possible Ford dealership in your area to work with, look at all of the reviews, and put an order in at the best possible Ford dealership in your local area and wait for the vehicle to be built and go pick it up. Because the reality is, a lot of these specialty trucks, they don't need to be discounted heavily to be sold. The other thing is, if there happens to be one of these Raptor products on the dealership lot, you can just go on Car Gurus and see which one's been sitting on the lot the longest. If it's like some undesirable spec, you could be able to negotiate. A regular pickup truck, however, like your Limiteds, your Platinums, your King Ranches, same thing goes for the Laramies and for the High Countries. You know, you can definitely negotiate on that, because what they do with those luxury trucks is they just overinflate the prices, and then they give you like 15% off, and they act like you got a great deal. But the reality is all they did was overinflate the price and bake in a slight discount to make it look like you got yourself a great deal. When the reality is those types of trucks, they've always been heavily discounted and heavily incentivized. But assuming you do get a good deal on a truck, or you buy one of these specialty trucks, the reality is these vehicles have excellent resale value. So once you're in the game, once you've paid the hefty fine to enter into this specialty truck market, you're in the game, and now you can take advantage of excellent resale value. And that's why you see a lot of people get new trucks every year or every 2 years, because if they're running a business, they naturally get tax benefits for purchasing new vehicles. You can obviously talk to your accountant about that. I'm not your financial advisor, but that's the reality of these purchases. And they're not really losing a whole lot of money in depreciation, assuming they got a good deal or assuming they bought one of these specialty trucks. So everyone that says things like, oh, Ford suck or Ram suck because they're not reliable, the reality is most of the people who are savvy enough to research deals and discounts on vehicles like this, they're able to dump the vehicle back at the dealership before they find out if the car is problematic or not, especially since all of these vehicles are brand new and under a warranty anyway. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this new Raptor. Obviously, it's great for the person who can afford it, so there's that. But thank you so much for watching, take care, and goodbye.